Welcome to Fifth Third Stadium, home to the Kenn State Owls. As we'll see a team from the American, the UAB Blazers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Kenn State Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Kenn State's offense will go to work first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the outside. At the 45 on his way. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. This Kenn State offense is on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to run it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the timing just a hair off. All right, guys, let's think for just a moment about Kenn State. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
And it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. You don't give a hoot. Kenn State does. Touchdown, Owls.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So UAB's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Here's the pressure. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hauls it in. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. They're going to run it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds a crease at the 20. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. To the air on first down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Corners are walked up tight. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking for a deep man. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down. The Blazers are in the hurry up. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blazers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the right. Finds his man. It's Knight. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Looking for room at the 30.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. control here in week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. And they're able to get him on the ground. The Blazers want to move quickly. DB's right up on the receivers. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They want to get this defense on its heels. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch, it's Williams. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Caught in the backfield, it's Woodside. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab, it's Williams. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. We've reached the break. It's Kenn State on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. And the Blazers will punt this one away. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kenn State offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
To the air on 2nd down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The sack makes it an even longer 3rd down chance for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. Nowhere for him to run again, and now 4th down is going to be a tough one.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the...
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. There he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm there.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. This Kenn State offense is on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly. You don't give a hoot. Kenn State does. Touchdown, Owls. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. And the extra point makes it 28-0.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do through trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. All right, guys, let's look at the situation for UAB. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
The whole building gets excited because transfer pool is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going in.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Blazers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run it from the gun. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Get it out on the screen. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Blazers will call on their punt team. On his way back from the 20. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Wide open downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. 1st down here for the offense.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. They're working that left side. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. To the air on 1st down. The throw. Fires it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Owls. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Man, great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
Bringing it back. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Woodside. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his tight end.
What a snag. How about that catch, man? When he threw the football, you're like, no, don't throw it. But the big fella says, it's my ball. I don't care if anybody's near me, he'll make the catch. That tight end just earned some money.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one...
You don't give a hoot! Kennesaw State does! Touchdown, Owls! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down coming up. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Safe completion on the screen. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the 1st down yardage. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. On the run, fires downfield. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll start this drive going to the air. Floats it out in space. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Now on 2nd and short after the 1st down completion. Looking to fire. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Kennesaw.
Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Blazers will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Smashes it between the uprights. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Gonna run it. It's Newton. Never seems to take the big hit. Finds enough room to get to the 29. 8-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. He'll get a fresh set of downs. Stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires on the move. Got him downfield. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. He's got an open man. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive.
Touchdown, Kennesaw State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That touchdown grab, the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
His drive will open from the 15. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pulls it in. It's Woodside. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He'll do it himself. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. Hard running there. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Quick completion to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. And the Blazers have their offense in high gear. He'll pull it on the read. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So we open the final period with a third down play. They'll go right back to him. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. The Blazers will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kenn State offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think, put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Leaves it with the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Kenn State coming out with another first down. Rushes on him. On the run, deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. He dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the 3rd sack of the game for this unit.
Well, look at this. 4th down and 1.5 miles, and the offense is still on the field. Looking to take a shot. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Catch in the middle, it's Woodside. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Potts.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
And the Blazers come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Guys, we're about to see this Kenn St. State offense go back to work. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Knight. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Fires into the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with